Hey, welcome everybody.
Hi guys,
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here,
El Cost Glam
coming to you live from sunny Central Florida.
from our home. Thank you so much for tuning in today.
All right, guys. Well, we were gonna do a video on how Carnival went to court yesterday, and they still have to pay another $20 million fine, and basically got the hand slap. Hello to everybody coming on board. But today, guys, we have to come to you live to tell you about brand new regulations fresh out of Washington, D.C.
Yes, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification button, that little bell. That way you'll know when we upload. And we love to go live with breaking news. And we go live from good places like our home.
All right, guys. So this one's gonna be kind of a quick video, guys. Just want to get to the point and talk about it. I'm really shocked. We talked about it a few weeks ago when the administration mentioned that they were going to do new different restrictions. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. New restrictions on Cuba, and one of those was travel restrictions, but they didn't put a date on it. It was kind of open ended, and I was kind of in the back of my mind. I'm saying, okay, cruising is such a huge industry. They'll give them some slack on this and give them some time. But fresh off the presses, effective tomorrow, a lot of forms of travel to Cuba are over.
Disband. And we kept telling you guys over and over again we was gonna come with breaking news. And it happened. Trump has actually banned all travel to Cuba.
Yep.
Starting tomorrow.
Yeah. So now, guys, let's get right to it and talk about the implications to this. Right now, the cruise lines are not stopping selling these cruises. After tomorrow, we won't be able to. Thank you for the super chat there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Claire.
I think we're the first ones to pop on to tell you this information today.
So, let me say this because I don't want to be a fearmonger or anything like that.
We don't want to bring just the bad news. We do want to tell the possibilities of changes if they happen.
Yeah. So right now, they have not even stopped selling the cruises to Cuba because there is a possibility that the cruise lines will lobby, or they already are lobbying, DC to get a what's the word I'm looking for? To get permission to continue cruising to Cuba. Right. Mm-hmm. So, but right now, on paper, without any of the exceptions to the rules, they will not. Cruise ships, personal ships, private airplanes, a lot of fishing vessels cannot go into Cuba.
No.
Starting tomorrow. So, again, the cruise lines could petition, and they are petitioning for what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm just so dumbfounded by this.
That's okay. Take your time.
They're looking for permission to continue cruising to Cuba. They may or may not get that. I don't know. But right now, what we do know is that starting tomorrow, cruise ships aren't allowed in there. What does that mean for your cruise if you have one cruise booked for Cuba? There's no official press releases from the major cruise lines as of yet. They're all saying, hey, we're analyzing the situation. That's because they're trying to lobby to continue to go to Cuba.
Yeah, there's regulations that's going in progress for that.
Yeah, so right now, guys, I would suspect that if you had a cruise going to Cuba, say tomorrow, I think that they would probably change their itinerary. They may send you to Grand Cayman. They may go maybe down to Jamaica. They may do a day at sea. I don't know. It's still...
But they are going to change the itinerary. We have to come with this information because we have personal clients that are scheduled to travel to Cuba. So we're actually updating our clients as well as our over 20,000 subscribers. We have 4 million views. We don't watch YouTube. We don't know who reported it earlier. So we're coming to you with what we know, and we had to research the facts first before we came on board. So hopefully this information will help you.
Yep, guys. So again, this is hot off the presses that they are stopping the travel to Cuba effective tomorrow. Now there will be some travel that is still allowed, like student exchanges and those type of
Or
things.
grandfathered.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's a good point. Thank you for bringing it up.
You're welcome.
There is going to be travel if you have purchased hotel and airfare to go into Cuba. The understanding is right now that you can be grandfathered in. You'll be grandfathered in and allowed to travel. Outside of that, and outside of like student exchange type of deals, you know, to our crowd here, the biggest news is the cruising.
Yes. A lot of people, I don't know if you want to go to resorts there, but a lot of people want to fly in or cruise, and there's going to be some special stipulations with that.
Yeah.
So for right now, it's totally banned.
So, you know, these bands, I saw somebody asking about kind of the history on these bands go back to,
Yeah.
back
in the day.
Yeah,
Way back.
Cuban Missile Crisis and Fidel Castro and all those things back in that days when we implemented restrictions on Cuba and Cuban goods and travel to Cuba and all that thing because they are a communist nation, and they were some of those restrictions were lifted in 2014, I believe it was, by then President Obama to allow travel into Cuba. And now the current administration feels that the government there has taken advantage of the travel to Cuba by keeping all the money and things like that strictly for the government as opposed to the people benefiting from the tourism. That's kind of my understanding of it. There may be more or less to that story. I don't know, but I think that's the biggest gist of the story.
History of it.
So
what does that mean for you now? I saw someone ask a really good question. What does that mean for people who are already booked or who want to go to Cuba and want to book it? Well, you better get on the phone because things are happening tomorrow as of 12 o'clock midnight. Some people are actually grandfathered in where if they're already booked on a cruise, they're able to go.
Well, here's how it is right now. Again, the cruise lines have not made an official, this is what we're doing statement because they are lobbying to still be allowed to go there. And I'm sure they're going to go to the administration and say, hey, listen, we've got millions of passengers already scheduled to go to this country. This will be a severe financial impact to our industry. And so I'm sure they're going to be petitioning hard to have some kind of an allowance for them to go. And I'm sure if they do allow them to go, it's probably only going to be for a certain amount of time. They may say, hey, okay, we're giving an extension on this for a year or whatever. I don't know. I'm just guessing. That is a guess. So I don't know. It's some mysteries, but right now the law says effective tomorrow, no cruise ships, no fishing vessels, no personal vessels, no private aircraft will be allowed to go to Cuba tomorrow.
So we hope that we helping you with this information. Sometimes when something happens with our cruise community or resorts, we have to get right on and tell you what's going on. That's what we do. And we also give you cruise news, and we do tours as well as cruise food, fun videos, everything. But when something like this happens, we have to communicate with our subscribers because we love you all and we appreciate everybody who stopped your day to just check out our news and see what's happening. We're gonna keep it 100 on our channel.
Yeah.
Not sure about the other channels.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So I want to thank you all for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.
Again, and we'll keep you posted. We'll try to keep you posted on our Facebook page. So if you haven't gone there, go to the Cruise Lovers group, Mr. Traveler's Cruise Lovers group. Go there. We'll try to keep you updated as things become available. Again, right now it's done. Effective tomorrow. I was really shocked.
We did 2 videos updating when it's supposed to happen. When it's supposed to happen, is it finally here? Yeah. So thank you so much for everybody who's been following us.
I like what they said. And I thought the same thing too. They said Paul on there said if the flights are grandfathered in the hotels, why not the cruises? I totally agree with you. And I thought for sure.
Thank you so much, Sharon Hardinson, for your super chat. Thank you so much.
Appreciate the love.
Thank you.
I really, really thought that they would give the cruise lines some kind of a deadline.
Me too.
because if you look, the Cuba cruises for cruise lines were never really booked that far in advance, right? They're pretty close in for the Cuba sailings, and I think that's why, because of the uncertainty of this. So in the back of my mind, guys, I don't have a crystal ball or anything like that, but in the back of my mind, I think that the government will allow cruises.
I hope so.
An extension on this, but they have drawn a line in the sand.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's all we can do is relate the message. We just the mailman.
Yep. So guys, again, sorry to keep rambling on. We'll keep you posted on any updates.
And someone asked about Carnival as far as the fines. The court date was yesterday as well. It's been a lot of going on. The
judge accepted the $20 million settlement.
They was hit with a fine for $20 million. That was it.
And they have to continue to do. Their the things that they were doing as far as having the ship inspections and all that stuff. So I just hope that they do at the end of the day, I just hope that they do the right thing. Love the ocean, love the environment, love our fishy friends that are under the surface there, and it's our responsibility. We're the shepherds of this earth, right? We're the stewards of this earth, and we have a responsibility. And just because they're a corporation does not deter them from their responsibility. They have even more so of one, because and I'll get off of that.
We have to live on this earth together, and we have to take care of what we have. We have to take care of the ocean. And I saw some regulations come up on Carnival yesterday. I read in the news that they're changing everything to paper. We'll update you on that. They're doing more recycling. They're trying to come out of this mess that they're in, basically. So all we can do is just sit back and let them go ahead and do what they need to do in order to make sure that we have a safe sail. We come first, and then, we have to also take care of the animals as well. So I wouldn't want to sail if I know paper and straws and napkins is in the ocean and it's killing the fish, So we need to do an update video on that as well.
And what was kind of shocking about that is we've done behind the scenes tours on Carnival ships before.
Thank you, Style Fusion World.
Thank you, Style Fusion World. Appreciate you.
I like your name. Thank you so much.
We have done the behind the scenes tour on Carnival ships, and it really was impressive.
It's surprising
how they recycle all the stuff down there.
It is cleaner, almost cleaner than the hospital.
Yeah,
and I've worked in surgery.
They compact things. They separate stuff out.
It was spick and span. I couldn't believe how they was getting away with that.
So
I don't know, but it was happening. So if you have any other comments, comment below. Keep the camaraderie going down below. Any mean comments, you're going to get blocked. Don't even go for it, because I see you. So that's why I'm saying what I'm trying to say without riding the spammers. But anybody who comment below, thank you so much for your conversation. Thank you for stopping your day. We have some cruise veterans, some people who are ride or die fans for us. We really appreciate it, and we're getting ready for our next group cruise. We've been very busy.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much
for watching. Appreciate
and
love each and every one of you. Believe that. That's the truth. That's the truth.
That is the truth. We'll see you on Thursday.
All right, guys. Keep those comments coming on the symphony. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, because we asked the question, what would you like to know about symphony? So make sure you follow us, and we're going to try to hit up each and every one of those comments. Thank you.
I'm laughing because she said this is better than work. You're going to get in trouble with watching this at work. But I love it.
Thank you for sneaking on at work. We appreciate you.
Life's short, guys.
Have fun. Make sure you go see the world.
See the world.
Let's go
Bye,
see
guys.
the world. Bye, everyone.